So here we are checking in on Star Wars Analyst, who has a very, very good video on the prequels, and specifically Darth Maul and certain fight sequences. I'm only going to concentrate on a part of the video, although the video itself overall was pretty good, namely that the Tatooine sequence, ever since I saw Phantom Menace back in 1999, has always bothered me just a little bit. For the most part, I do praise Phantom Menace. I actually put it on my top 10 list, greatest films of all time. I'm being completely serious. However, unlike other people who stand up and defend prequels, I don't think every single part of the prequels was amazing. I do concede there were many, many flaws, and you should be honest about those flaws. And this is not a major flaw, but it always bothered me that Qui-Gon and Darth Maul have a very good fight, but then Qui-Gon escapes and Darth Maul just felt a little inactive, given how well he was portrayed and consistent and just relentless in pursuing the Jedi, and just being so focused on attacking and killing them. It just seemed really out of character. He just stood by and let Qui-Gon basically make a Jedi jump and leave the fight. It's like, huh? I mean, again, the sequence is still great. It looks amazing. It's insanely beautiful, but it just felt kind of weird. And turns out I was right, because the original plan for the sequence was a lot different than we suspected, and Star Wars Analyst will fill in the blanks on what we missed.
Didn't include this small scene. I think it I certainly think so. And
Apparently, in the original version, Darth Maul continues to pursue Qui-Gon even after he jumps on board the ship, but he's basically thrown off, and then he lands back onto Tatooine and has to watch them escape. But he did actually make a full-hearted effort to pursue and kill them. Does this completely redeem Phantom Menace? Well, not to me. I always thought it was a great film, but there are definitely little bits and pieces of it where you think the editing or pacing are quite off. But George Lucas did think about these things, but I guess he had made the ultimate decision as an auteur. The fight sequence went on long enough, and he also cut the sequence differently too, because there's a beginning portion that he also cut. And as Star Wars Analyst speculates, I guess he just wanted Maul to appear out of nowhere as a much more ominous threat. But I agree, it would have been more interesting to keep the extended version, which does explain a few things of like, wait, how did Darth Maul find them suddenly? Apparently a probe droid picked them up, and that's how Maul was able to pursue them onto the ship. I will just add one small thing, or actually two small things, namely that there is still a slight plot hole that Qui-Gon has some issues running to the ship. We saw them do super speed at the beginning, so why doesn't he just pick up Anakin and do super speed? Will the super speed hurt Anakin? Why don't you just do the super speed to get to Obi-Wan, and then they both do super speed to get back to Anakin? I don't know. It seemed kind of weird, so there's that issue as well. So I'll be honest that yes, this definitely enhances the film, but it does create some other problems. And Star Wars Analyst was very kind to give me some feedback on my criticism of Star Wars Theory. I guess I will just say that I'm skeptical of where Star Wars Theory is going, but I wouldn't deny that he puts out some good content. I just think it's very low. I have to see more of Star Wars Analyst's work to recommend the channel. Definitely this video I do recommend. It's very well done. It's very concise, gets to the point, and very informative. I think with Star Wars Theory, we're just going to differ for a very long time within the Star Wars community, whether he does more good than bad. I'm more on the bad side, but I'm willing to always be open-minded and look at his material again. If people like Theory, I don't judge that. I don't think they're monsters or the devil. I would just say they should be more skeptical, but that's it. But if they still support Theory, I just say, just don't be naive about it. And that's where we stand. I have to see more of Star Wars Analyst's content to recommend him, but this definitely shows that he's a very good researcher and has plugged up I think, not a big hole, but a small hole among the prequel fandom.